Roger Corman strikes again. Gods of Shark Reef, released in 1958, stars Bill Cord, Don Durant, Lisa Montel, and Gene Gerson. The biggest name involved with this is probably director Roger Corman. At least on this channel, he's the biggest name. It's Quarantine with Corman! Cormantine! If I could monetize, I'd have to bleep out some of that. Please subscribe. It appears to be filmed in Hawaii, so it should at least be pretty. It's a bright midnight, and these two men decide to swim sneakily to this dock and attack these guards for not very obvious reasons. Spoiler alert, these two guards, one of which is by the way killed because bad guys, are the only two male actors in this film that appear with shirts on. Lee escapes by swimming around the island to his brother Chris's boat. The boat, however, gets destroyed in a storm and they are rescued by some random women swimming around killing sharks.
American kid!
Where did he get that masterpiece done? His cousin's treehouse? Apparently Jim died in the shipwreck. No idea who Jim was. Maybe this guy?
Everything is given the girls by the company.
Company? What company?
The Island Company.
They thought real hard about that name.
A world-famous concern.
The Island Company is so famous for their pearls, and the women on the island work for the company in retrieving them. A boat comes every 10 days to pick up the supplies, and the men will have to wait until then to leave the island. In the meantime, they are given mini skirts to replace their torn pants. Exactly how does this offer better coverage? It must somehow, because they wear them for the rest of the film. Lee is freaking out because the police will surely find him there on that island within 10 days.
If only you hadn't killed the guy. There wasn't any other way.
You snuck up behind him and choked him while your buddy stabbed him. You couldn't just sneakily swim past him? By the way, you still haven't told us why you did that. Not important? Okay.
I thought I saw something just inside the reef.
That is home of Shark God Tangaroa. Shark God angry long time now.
Probably because you left him in the water. It's dance time after lunch, and I feel like gyrating that much after eating would give you a cramp. While Mahia teaches Chris to hula, he accidentally rips the lace she puts around his neck. Apparently, this means he is now cursed. If the gods want things to last, they shouldn't make them out of flowers. Lee is positive there is another boat on the island somewhere and encourages Chris to get closer to Mahia so she can help them escape sooner. Do you have any idea how hard it is to hide an erection in a miniskirt? Lee ends up finding an old boat, and it's the same kind that the women use for pearl diving. Dude, you supposedly have no scruples. Why didn't you just steal one of theirs? Oh, whatever. Mahia tells Chris that it pissed off the gods when she saved Chris and his brother because they should have been eaten by the sharks after their shipwreck.
Last night, when flowers break, it's very bad.
How delightfully vague.
Why aren't there any men here on the island?
We ate them. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum. Huh? Where's sugar for Den Mother? The actors aren't mic'd very well, but I think Den Mother is telling Chris to leave Mahia alone.
God of the island,
What?
Lord of our sea,
Yeah, what?
give us a sign.
Pisces.
God of the old people who were here before us.
Oh, Frank, they're asking for you now.
God of the land sunk beneath the sea,
He's still getting dressed.
visit not your anger upon us.
Well, don't rush him and maybe he won't.
Tangaroa!
Ugh, you know, a written memo we could just pass around would have been easier. Den Mother declares a purification ceremony is in order for the next day to satisfy the gods, or the sharks, or maybe the gods are the sharks, or the gods just want to feed the sharks. Little star. The purification ceremony includes tying Mahia and a couple of others up in flowers and throwing them out to the sharks. So is it bad luck if the sharks break the flowers? Chris paddles out and saves Mahia, but not the others because screw them. Now Mahia and Chris have saved each other from the sharks, and this is bad, I guess. I don't think you're actually trying to catch up with him. I mean, he's carrying a girl. How fast can he be going? Mahia is now staying in Chris and Lee's hut because, well, we've already pissed off the gods by saving her. She might as well live in sin. Den Mother forces Mahia out of the hut, telling her that the police are coming for the men in the morning. Apparently, the police here can be reached by semaphore. The men find Den Mother and Mahia and take them both back to their hut. They also pick up a boom mic operator in the process. The three decide to leave before dawn. Fun fact, the midnight sun is also in Hawaii in this universe. They bring Den Mother with them so she won't tell the others where they are. The waters are apparently too rough, in a different part of the world, maybe? So they land on the reef to wait it out. I don't know how much calmer it needs to be, but okay.
I saved your life. I bring you here as little girl.
And then I try sacrificing you to sharks, so I guess we even. Now there are some waves that are drowning out the audio, so I hope this dialogue isn't important.
Chris, do something bad?
Leave. He was caught smuggling guns.
Oh, so that's why he swam empty-handed to that dock, killed a guard, and knocked out another before swimming away. That makes so much more sense now.
He hit a man and the man died.
He hit the guy with a machete. That's an important part of the story, Chris. Meanwhile, Lee swims back to the island, punches a woman, steals some pearls, and swims back to the reef. The water is not safe for sailing, but it's okay for swimming. I give up. Back at the reef, Den Mother escapes and swims back to the island.
You let her get away.
Well, you must have passed her in the water, so... Chris wants to return the pearls, so Lee Greco-wrestles him underwater. Lee steals the boat, but he falls off and gets tangled in the sail rigging. I feel bad for these actors having to do all of this barefoot. After randomly swimming around a bunch, Lee gets killed by a shark.
He really doesn't mean it, you know, he never even knew his father!
Shut up, shark whose name I don't remember. Should I know his name? Chris and Mahia sail off for a new future, and what happened to the pearls? Should I care? Probably not. With the abundance of low-grade sci-fi and horror films from the 1950s and 60s, you'd think this would have been just as obscure as any other film from that era. Maybe it is. I mean, how many 1950s sci-fi films are famous for being well done? Roger Corman, however, is almost a household name, mostly because of Mystery Science Theater 3000 and the like. Gods of Shark Reef was eventually released by American International Pictures, which changed the title from the original Shark Reef to Gods of Shark Reef, which was a good move because... I actually don't know, maybe it wasn't. Like many other Corman films, this one has questionable acting, a plot that's a little all over the place, and the brightest day for night shoots imaginable. However, was a good film ever Roger Corman's ultimate goal? Gods of Shark Reef was filmed in 2 weeks, and Corman took 1 day off afterwards before spree filming Naked Paradise in the same locale. Corman is quoted as saying that the experience was the most enjoyable one making movies to date. So was this film made with the intention of being good art, or was it just a good excuse to go to Hawaii and have some fun for a few weeks? If the people involved had fun making this film, and people like me have fun making fun of the film, isn't that really all that matters? Maybe bankruptcy, but money can't buy happiness, am I right?
How soon can we get away from here?
Shark God angry, long time now.
Tangaroa hungry. I too call to it.
Little star.